2015. What was your life like?
Senior year of high school.
Oh, that was your senior year?
Yeah, 2015.
I didn't know that.
Like, still played sports. That was like second year, one mission at that point, but was really focused on football, trying to go to college.
Lifting weights?
Yeah, lifting weights. Weighed about 20 more pounds of muscle back then, but
That's
yeah,
crazy. You seen that video of him like when they was like out lifting weights?
No.
It's crazy.
Jack?
He was like him at Colgate.
Brian went to school with you?
I met him at Southern.
Oh yeah, you went there for what, a year?
For a year, yeah, just 1 year.
Evolving, giving yourself the opportunity to do something new, to be something new, you know? Yeah, I think it's a nice positive look forward. Self-love, self-growth. We don't have anything but time to be by ourselves since we're on house arrest technically. So I think 2020 will be about loving ourselves a little bit more.
What was you doing in 2015, Jay?
I was at Georgia State.
What was you doing?
Just school, partying, just college stuff.
What year was you in 2015? Because you started
I'd have to be
2017, early 2017.
sophomore, junior.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2015. Yeah. 2015, man, I was ironically, I was at Georgia State too.
Yeah.
I was just on the in the plaza just trying to sell these shirts, man. That's when we started God is Dope. Around, what was that? August. So this is 5 years. This is like our 5-year anniversary. We didn't really do nothing for it, but it was definitely 5 years of God is Dope. Starting, like to this day almost.
Change means that we're moving in a better direction, especially since being here, change means, growth. So definitely seen a lot of it so far in the last 3 months, just from where we came from to where we are now. Procedures, the processes, even the buildings that we've been in has been a major change. So for me, it's just been growth.
This is crazy how much stuff changed from then. From like, I couldn't imagine starting God is Dope not being able to be on the campus right now. Because the school shut down and all that type of stuff because of COVID.
Because that was the main.
Yeah, that was the main source of income.
So it was Georgia State Plaza and like the AUC?
Yeah. Clark, Spelman. Not really Morehouse, but it was really just Clark and Spelman. But yeah, I wonder what, like, if I was trying to start God is Dope right now, like, what would I, like, with no Facebook ad manager knowledge? Because Facebook ad manager existed back then. I just didn't know about it. Right?
It was like brand new back then, right?
Yeah.
2015?
It definitely like existed.
It started in what? 2000? I think you was able to run ads in 2011, 2012.
It's definitely different, like,
Yeah, it's different.
like interface and like different.
Yeah.
Maybe not as like in depth.
I'm just thinking, like, I just feel for people that probably had a good, because it's a lot of people that rely on that. I don't know if you realize it, but it's a lot of people that, like, that's the, because that was
like in-person transactions.
Yeah, like festivals.
Huh? I know.
That's what my mission was.
Yeah, that's all it was. Like,
Before
just very in person, trying to figure out how to.
Crazy. I mean, not even like, cause you mall, right? You talking about mall?
Yeah, I was in the mall.
I'm talking about like not even in the mall, just like festivals, conventions, homecomings.
Yeah.
Like it's people that just sell sunglasses and you know what I'm saying? Like that's all they do when they go to different conventions and stuff like that. I mean, not conventions, but schools, market
Anywhere
Thursday.
there's like vending.
Yeah. And that's like, cause that was my peace of mind, like knowing that I could, like, all right, I'm gonna make at least 1,200 this Friday and this Thursday at Spelman. And dang, I wouldn't even know where to start. Like right now, I mean, I'm pretty sure I would have figured something out, but I wouldn't even know where to start.
For me,
change is a opportunity to show yourself. Change for 2020 is relying on self for answers, adaptability. Nobody is gonna be able to change you, but as circumstances change, that calls for you to change. So it's gonna be a time where self-reliance is gonna be key, I believe, in 2020.
What's the you started here in what, 2017? February.
Yeah.
What's been the biggest change you've seen?
I've seen so many, like, a lot. I mean, like, size of the company, like, our way of doing business, I guess, has been the biggest change recently. Is like, we've changed how we actually sell the shirts with, like, having a lot of stock. That's probably the most important one, aside from, like, changing into, like, selling through ads.
Yeah.
Because before it was just like posts, and then like
Boosting posts.
Okay, but that wasn't even a consistent like thing. That was like
Boosting the posts.
yeah.
Y'all didn't really know it, but I was boosting posts like all the time. I was spending like $500 a day on really one ad. Like the reason the distressed green and white shirts got 123,000 likes is because it was just I was just boosted. I mean, it wasn't like as consistent as this is like every single day, but it was like
Our prices.
I would say
that's a big
3-4
change.
times a week. Yeah, prices changed.
Because when I came in, it was like we talked about yesterday. The green distress shirt was $60-$70. The shirts were 25,
I was out of
20,
my mind.
25.
So when you first came, it wasn't even the $10.
No, we did like I came in and we were still like we hadn't even gotten the first space. It was just God is Dope was the store, and the back of the store was like online orders, which you know how small the back of the store is. It's like 3 people is like max capacity back there. So then we moved to the first, not even the first place here, but the mattress factory, and we were there, and that was still the same price model for like a while because
It was all the way through that.
yeah, it was all
We
the way
didn't
through the
change it
whole time until we did God's Plan and
First met. Yeah.
what was the other shirt? God's Plan and God Got Me.
Yeah.
Were the first $10 tees.
Black and white.
Change in 2020? Whoa. I don't know, that's pretty deep, man. We've come a long way backwards. That's what change in 2020 seems like to me. Seems like people in America are going backwards from our progression over the last, since maybe the 50s. I think we've taken a couple of steps backwards from where we were headed, and the development of America has gone a little backwards. Just as far as people's angst and aggression towards each other. People aren't as forgiving.
How did what come out?
Like just $10 tees.
It was just me thinking of something.
I think it was definitely your idea, but it was, I think, in your head because we would do a lot of like marketing plays on like kind of words that flowed together. Like it would be like 30 for 30.
2 for 10.
Like stuff.
Yeah.
2 for 20 maybe? I don't know. It was like, because we tried to do those as a bundle at some point. Because I remember the SKU on the website was like $10 tees, and then you picked God's Plan or God Got Me. It wasn't even 2 separate.
Right.
Like it was like the whole site was like individual shirts, and that was like the $10 tee like item.
Yeah.
And then you picked which one, because at that point people were complaining and being like, oh, like I thought I was getting both, but they weren't. And then at that point we were like, 2 tees for $10? That's crazy. Like why would you assume that? And now it's like literally what we do now. But yeah, price point was a huge change, because that was probably the first like big like stepping stone into bigger numbers, was lowering the price.
Yeah, and I remember Rail, like the crazy part about that, Rail was literally heat pressing all of those shirts.
Yeah, they're
thousands.
all vinyl.
Zay was in there. That was like Zay's first week. She was in there picking the vinyl, cutting the vinyl. And he was just, and she would like kind of like stick them on top of each other, and he would just peel it off, put it up there. It was crazy.
So did y'all go like after that y'all went straight into the 10, or it was
I don't
like
think so.
oh that was just like a
That was like the item, and then we had the other stuff.
And then I think we did. I think we did $10 teas consistently. Like we did. When did we drop the whole site to $10? I think
It was definitely like a little while after that, because then we did, the first time we experimented with like having like a lot of stock was when I did that Planet Industries order. And it was like the summer collection of whatever summer it was. And it was like
blue
yeah, it was like the South Beach tee, the like roller skating tee, it was like some, Thank God was on there. It was,
that wasn't even that long ago. That was
That was
2018.
2018, because I remember we had some trouble like getting all of those gone at some point, and that's what made you not want to do that again. But
Yeah,
like
Planet
trouble was like
Industries.
not that much trouble, and I think the solution was to drop the prices down some.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, so that's what we. started.
we might have just never changed it from then on, so then the prices just kind of stayed low.
What do I feel like change looks like in 2020? Oh gosh, there's a lot of change over the years. As far as 2020 is concerned, I know one big change is the COVID-19 and the wearing face masks every day, and the amount of racism that we see. And I believe the lack of God that we have, that's a big thing as far as change is concerned. There's a lot of change that needs to take place, but again, it starts with us. And, it starts with our younger ones, too, being positive role models and influences to our younger ones, because that's what our future is. Those are our future leaders. So, yeah, it starts with us as a people. In order for us to get change, we have to want the change and make the change and put forth the effort to have that change. So, yeah, but that does need to change.